volatility 3, okay, for memory analysis. So we have already simulate the acquisition process of memory. So we create the memory dump name, right? But now we want to use a specific memory dump that I give you in the link later. You need to download, and then we'll analyze it using volatility. So a memory dump are analyzed using this one, right? Anyway, I will give you the memory dump later. So you will use volatility framework to analyze it. Volatility will use modular analysis component known as a plugin. That means you can add multiple plugins. So based on that plugin, you can extract the variable forensic artifact, such as the running process, network connection that are captured in the memory image, malware traces, loaded driver, and others. Right? Okay. So for volatility software or platform, we are supporting multiple memory dump format, which include the window crash or hibernation dump, Windows 7 and earlier, right? Normally, when you are using Hibernate, your PC or your laptop Hibernate, actually, most of the process, active process, it will store in memory before you can Hibernate, and also later you want you open back your laptop. And then the virtual memory dump as well, VirtualBox, VMware as well. So this is for virtual machine, virtual VMware. Also can use .dd memory dump, Firewire E01 and others memory dump. Okay. So for this lab preparation, you need to download the sample memory dump file. Even I give you a small file download. Once you download, you will see inside the download folder, right? In my download, you need to move to volatility folder later, but you download first. Later, once you have the volatility, you can move the file. The file, actually, the file name, this one, redact.memory.bz2. Okay, this is the file that you will download it. So this one I already moved to inside the volatility folder. It's okay, later you do the same things. To extract later. So now we will download and install Volatility 3, then copy the virtual memory dump file into your installation folder. This is my installation folder. Okay. So to download Volatility 3, you can download like this here, or this is the simple one. You go to this GitHub link, click in the GitHub link. So you will bring into this right, volatility 3.6.2. This is the latest version. Okay, new plugin. What you need to focus on, you need to download the source code.zip here. Okay, try to download the source code.zip or .tar.zip as well, but you can use .zip. Once you download, you will see that this volatility 3 -2.26.2.zip. Okay. To download it. The size about 1.5 megabit. Right. So once you download, you need to extract. So this is, you need to extract. When you extract, extract here. So extract directly in your download folder, then you will get this folder. This is the volatility tree folder, and then you will get this volatility download folder. So later you will extract your image memory with the memory dump. It's okay. It's later. So once you have the folder, you need to go to your open your terminal. Okay. Then go to download and volatility tree. It's inside the folder, right? And you can list lah. This is all the component you have. But for you, you not yet locate your credit. But later you will do. No worry. So now we want to install. Before installing the volatility tree, it highly recommended you update your Kali installation to ensure that all files are the most current, so you can run sudo apt-get. So it's very small. Okay, see, for me, I have multiple things first time, so that's why it's like you can see many things. So I download wine, so they will update me. Wine here actually installed for Windows, so that's why I can install not bad. For those that didn't have the Windows, for example, some of you using Mac OS, so you can simulate Windows environment inside your Linux or Kali Linux by installing the Wine. Okay, that's why you can see I have application this one Wine. Okay, so I can have also not bad. This one not bad actually from Windows. You can install FTK also, FTK imager inside using Wine as well. This is the one. That's why you can see there are many updates required because I have Wine inside. So once you complete the, can install Python 3 because Python 3 is one of the requirement before you can install your um, volatility tree. Take some time because I have a lot of package to be updated for you if you not have many application, so the update also will be take shorter time. And right, this one is done somewhat no issue lah. So need to install Python 3. So I have installed already. So actually I already installed this one. Python 3 actually. Okay. Already new version. Because I already install and then try to install another dependencies. Sudo apt install Python pipe and so on. So I already make it first time. And when you install this, so I didn't require to upgrade. Okay, sure. Next, you already installed the dependency, uh, but we still inside. Already, once you still inside your volatility issue, and then you can start to install the volatility 3. Okay. I already installed already, so you just follow these steps. Sudo Python setup py install, and then you can see the packages and prerequisite that have been installed. To verify it, you can use Python 3 uh, for volatility.python. So you have your firewall Python. Mhm. So you already have volatility framework 2.26.2. So meaning that the numbers after the volatility 3, actually the framework version 2.26.2. So this is how we can use things. Next, you can run this the same command to find for the help. Okay. And the plugin ratio like this one. So you can see there are many type of directory can be exposed or extracted. Okay. Next, you want to see specific operating system plugin uh, can be used. Right. This is the thing. For Windows, we have Windows here on the web file and so on. This is Windows. So we can support Windows OS plugin, Mac as well. See here. For those having Mac OS, you can try to capture your memory and run here using volatility as well as the Linux one, right? So you have plugin for Linux and also Windows as well as Mac. Now, the time to extract your memory dump. You already you need to copy your memory dump file, create that vmem.dz2 inside your volatility folder. Next, you extract. Okay, to extract here, and you will get create.vm virtual memory vmem. That this one vmem from the 34 compress and the real value actually 5.2 meg. Okay, last time actually the memory this the RAM actually 5.2 consider normal 5.2 256, right? Okay, nowadays we are talking about gig, right? 2 gig, 4 gig, 8 gig, 16 gig, 32 gig, right? Last time only megabyte. It's okay. So for smaller size that you're familiar first, then you can try for bigger size of memory. Okay, once you have this, you keep your previous terminal open. Let's terminal and change the directory to your volatility folder and issue the command to ensure that our memory dump before within that directory. This one already, maybe you can have new terminal. So in this one, we structure approach step by step, one by one, following the plugin that we want to test. Okay. So first we'll look at the process and service identification. We try to gather some user information first, and then have a look at the registry information and discover any malware that may be running on the device. So quite simple to use this. Once you are inside the directory, the command to use the plugin are essentially the same but from the plugin. So if you want to have list, you can list of the process, you can use and so on. So first, this memory dump actually used from Windows XP. So you can see here, right? To first of the OS of the device from which the memory dump was created to ensure that we use the correct plugins as they are now specific to various OSs. So if they say they are using Mac OS, if you're using Windows plugin, then it doesn't work. Okay. Example here, let's find out what OS was running on the system by using the info plugin. So just run. So the format here still using Python 3. Start with Python 3 to run the volume volatility.python file. And then the file that the memory file that you want to extract, and then the command Windows info. That means the plugin that we want the Windows information. Okay. Oh, sorry. So you need to put sudo. Oh, sorry. I'm not inside the folder because I open new terminal, right? So you need to ensure you are inside the folder of your memory dump image. So here I list out again. Is it? Yes, my redact.vmem there. Then you can run the okay. So you can see here there are some information extracted. Maybe you can refer back to this Windows information plugin, right? You got registry, Newton, malware, and others. So this one, Windows info, right? Info. Can try others as well. So these are the plugin that Windows can be run. Okay. Let's list DDAM, S3, and others. Okay, this is all the plugin that you can use. So you can go back to the new terminal here. So from here, this is the file, and then layer name, layer. So where I see that this is XP file, this one, right? NT build lab, XP server, XP, Windows XP. XP mean uh, the update, right? Normally the patches, special patch. XP. Last time we had using Windows XP's SP2, SP3, that the patches version. Okay. Maybe you can find what are the OS using this model. Okay, physical version, and then this machine, and then the system root. That's the system file normally will be inside in Windows, C, Windows, and others. So this is the input from the info plugin. Other than that, you can try to list out the process. For example, here, there's officially start our memory dump analysis by attempting to identify and link connected processes, their IDs, time started, and offset location within the memory image. See here, although you not copy the disk, on you only copy the memory, but you still can get information about the Windows itself, the process that running in the Windows. We will try to use this plugin, okay? PS list, PS3, PS scan. So you can see here in the plugin list, right? We have PS list, PS scan, PS3. Okay. Other than that, later you can try all the process here. Okay. Now we want to try on the specific one, like this PS list, Windows.ps list. Others are similar, but generally volume.py.f to drag Windows.s. Yes, this exchange the plugin. So when you run the plugin here, you can get some information. So from the slide, I using full image or the full screen, so I can get more information that is, for example, this one system.exe, they have the PID. So from here, what you can extract actually the information of process ID and the parent process ID. From here, you can analyze what you can extract. For example, the PID identify the process and the PPID identify the parent of the process. Okay. Looking at the PS list output, we can see the win log on exe process has PID 608 and PPID of 368. That's mean the parent ID of the win log on actually 386. Okay, this one, the parent ID 386. So actually the parent ID is here. Is it the parent ID? Because the ID of this service smss.exe actually 368, and then this parent ID become this PID become parent ID for other process like CRSS, WinOcon, and others. So PID of the services.exe, for example, and ISA, ISAS.exe process directly after WinLogon X process. So mean here, service and LSAS. has parent ID of this. So when log on, become parent for other. So mean there are three. There are structured, right? SMSS, parent for CRSS, and then CRSS, parent for others. When log on, when log on, parent for this, and so on. For those new to PID and process themselves, we can try to find what mean by PID and also the processes represent the PID. And then the timing and order of the process should also be noted, as this may assist in investigation. If we scroll down a bit, we can also tell that explorer.exe with PID 1484 is the PID of reader sl.exe. Right. So we can find here lah. PID 1484 explorer become the parent ID of reader reader SL. Right. If you want to more details, actually I give you some sort like the Windows, right? Windows information. So later you can go through the process piece. What mean by the process value and how we can get into. Last time I have researched regarding the process ID and also process explorer, okay, for root code detection. But for today, don't worry, we just go through the basic idea of memory information. Other than that, you can also use PS3 plugin to identify the list of process, okay, to show the same list process as the PS list plugin. But identification is so used to identify child and parent process. It's a bit different. The view, right, but it's still they are listing the process using PS3. Okay. Yes, in Windows they have utilities. Some they have Windows X. Last time they're using Windows utilities. There are multiple utilities that can give the same view like this. If you remember the package, they have multiple. Okay, this is the output for PS3. So what you can get from this ID, offset, thread handles, create time, and exit time is also important. Audit and others, right? So let's look at the first asterisk 3, which represents the SMSS process VPID of 368. This one, the first one, right? We can see that under this process, there are other processes with more than one asterisk that have PPID of 386, indicating that they are all child process of SMSS. So, see here, right? The other asterisk. So, second layer, the parent ID is 3368. That means from SMSS. And then we can see also the three star or stretch here. The parent ID is 608. Actually, the parent ID from the 2 star here. And then we have also 4 asterisk. The PPID actually from the third one, right? And so on. There are many layers. Okay. Similarly, if we look further down, we can see that explorer.exe with a PID is the parent process of reader sl.exe. So PPID 111484. Right? It takes some time to adjust to this format, but it's helped simplify parent and child process during your investigation. So at the same time, they also list out the location of that particular process. That process actually belong to which particular file. You can see the here reader SN. Sometimes the adult reader can become a target of the malware. Okay. That's another one. And then we try PScan plugin. This command display inactive and even hidden process that can be used by malware such as rootkit. As we see here, some of the rootkit they're using stealthy mode or they hide the process in as a daemon process. And we are known that following that to evade discovery by user and antivirus program. So let's run the PS scan. So PS scan, like others say similar, just put PS scan. This is another format. Maybe from here we can identify where which one actually use the process. Next, we try to see another part here. Although the scan cannot give us very obvious info, maybe you can use another tools like mod scan, right? This mod scan actually plug into display list of all modules present in the memory image. So this help us identify the path of directory for the process system file and dynamic link library file. So just same concept, we just change plugin information. Okay, the driver, HTTP, and others. Okay, module that present. Then we try to use another plugin as well. For example, here SID, all users can be uniquely identified by security ID identifier, the gets SID. So this is the gets SID to get the security identifier for the user. So mean if different user use that particular machine, then we can identify it. And then also is for a very useful item in order in which the processes were started, and then we'll have this command to identify the SID system for S dash 15 and user. This is the format. So from here you can try to locate the information of security ID. You can see here all the IDs. Who are the user? The name of the user. Yeah, SID. Work here S18 local system users in the authority. See, I got some Robert and Roman user. So these are all the SID you can explore. And then we have another, again, they call it NVAS, using to continue our analysis using this to display process environment. Environment, a variable, and nicely map all processes to path and the user. So we can just change to NVAS. Okay, see here the username and the environment. We map all the process to the path and also who are the user that execute it or to run it. Okay. There are many process. The process block, the variable value. Most of the time, the process will run in a block. It's not one process alone, right? They have their own block, and then each of the process ID is multiple line of code, and then they are running from multiple location path. So here, leader, because I suspected something when I see normally adopt leader become most targeted process. Next, another plugin you can use Hive list. This Hive plugin lists all the registry Hive present at the time that memory dump was taken, and we will also show logged in user. Okay, this Hive list command show the detail of virtual and physical address along with the easier readable plain text name and location. So we try to run Hive list plugin. Many. Oops, sorry. Different. This one you need to use Windows registry. Python. Use Python 3. If you don't use Python 3, we try using Python 3 and then Windows registry like 3 and like this, because this is specifically for registry, not the process. Is it possible to run using Python 3? Yes. So get that up, right? So this is the value, some of the registry value. So you can see here the robot and the user. So that is normally we can get some information here that will service the same this for password hashing. Example, password dumping. What I mean by this? The location of the security account manager, SAM, file is also listed using Hardlist plugin, shown in the following screenshot. Okay, this one, right? Same. Inside Windows System 32, config SAM. This is from Windows XP. In Windows 11, they're using a bit different folder. So this SAM file contains hash password for username in the Windows machine. The path to the SAM file is seen in this following, and then this file cannot be accessed by user within Windows while the system is on. And normally, I think in the lecture I tried to open it right, cannot, because it cannot be accessed by user while the system is on. So that if we capture using memory image, then can be viewed later. This can be further used to acquire the hash password in the SAM file to crack password using word list along with password cracking tools such as John the Ripper in the Linux. So meaning here, although we only obtain the hash value of the password, but we can discover or crack it using password cracking tools, because password cracking tools like John the Ripper, they're using reverse value of the hash, right? They have the database of the hash value, because the hash value quite standard. If you are using SHA-1, SHA-2, SHA-3, right? They already know this, how it's worked, and then they have the dictionary of it. So when the value comes, for example, 1, 8, 2, 3, and then they know already the plain text value. So they can use John the Ripper to reverse back the plain text of the password. Okay. Today we don't use it before. Later we'll try to locate and try to play with the plugin. But I think in your pen test or ethical hacking course, you do that, right? But this one, we try to explore the plugin first. Okay. Then you can use also user assist plugin. User assist plugin display more registry information, and we can see the following screenshot here about the details about the user's file location, file access, timestamp, and others. So they have more information like where the file access and timestamp. So still in the registry part, so we continue with Windows.registry user assist. This is some snippet for the Windows. Okay. Let's see. Information. When access the timestamp, right? So to see the information here, okay. The ID count, focus count, time focus. So because we can't see fully, maybe you can run in full screen. Okay. I still cannot get the full info, full Windows. It's okay. At least we know here last written, last right. So this is path, okay? Path 1, 2, 3 path. The fourth one is the last right. Terus update lah, right? And then the type and the name. Sorry, this one. The type key. The name now it's not available anymore. So other than that, you can have count, right? And others. So you can look at the one where with the value. we still have some other tools or some other plugin like Malfind. So the Malfind plugin, as the name suggests, scan the dump for any malicious embedded code or malicious code or malware lah. Let's see whether we can find any embedded code within our current the digital forensic and incident response investigation. So you can play around with this if you can find the sample of memory. For example, memory for non-malware can run to see is it any info. So this one, like the registry, just for Windows plugin, find malicious finder. Okay, so same like we have here. We run, we give you some sort of hexadecimal as well. This plugin is a bit more complex to understand, but very useful once you understand the basic. So the column name that we need to focus on the following: process ID, PID. Let's see, you can go up again. So no, process ID, this one, and then process type, the process name, commit charge, and also private memory. This is the information. Then look closer. For example, the real reader sl.exe on where the reader. Okay, this one, right? The ID 1640 is true. Process reader and then commit charge page execute read write. This one, page execute read write. And then private memory 30 for output 1. In the proceeding output, we see reader is executable code and is writing hidden code memory. We will dive into this later in the malware analysis chapter. But for this one, just to run our plugin. Okay, this is just an example of the plugin. Other than that, you can try other plugin like this. Like, okay, registry. What else? The malware. We can try to find this malware is if possible. So this some of the information. Okay. You can try to run others and then try to understand what I mean by this. What are the plugin all about? Okay. I think that's all for your lab today. This time, try to answer the quiz based on your attempt, your lab attempt, or if you cannot do